Hey friends, it's Angie from The Road to Simple, and I'm at my craft desk this afternoon. Thought I would make a few greeting cards and invite you along to see how I make those. So if you're a crafty person, or maybe you don't think you are, but you really are, stick around and I will show you how to make some simple greeting cards. If we haven't met before, my name is Angie and my husband and I live here in Louisiana, where we are working to simplify, downsize the amount of possessions that we have. And we've got a ways to go on the road to simple, but we are going down that road. So one of the things I've made a video about before was decluttering my craft supplies. Which I still have a ways to go, but I'm going to use some of my craft supplies that I decided to keep to make some greeting cards today, and I thought I would show you what I do. Okay, I'm going to get started with just some kind of tan paper. I've got a paper cutter here, just 8.5 by 11 paper that you cut in half. It's a handy dandy cutter that I have. You don't have to have anything fancy to cut it in half. Now this cutter also has a scorer on it, so I can turn it half the other way, and this scores it so that it gives me a nice place to fold my card. This comes in very handy. It's called a bone folder because it's, I guess, made out of bone. But it comes in very handy. But you could use anything. You can use a ruler or something just to crease the edge on your card. Let me put this on white so you can see. Like, this gives you a nice crisp fold. And I'm going to put a birthday card together for my niece, Ava. I'm going to use 2 shades of brown for this card, I think. And I'm going to add a background to it. This is a linen background stamp. This isn't necessary, but this is just something I like, so I'm going to do that. This is my stamp pad. I'm just going to ink up my background stamp. And for a background stamp, instead of putting the stamp on the card, you put the card on the stamp. So I'm going to place it on here. I'm going to take a sheet of scrap paper, put over it. And rub it. And then, can you see? There's just a kind of an interesting, just a light color linen feel to the card now. You can see that's just the plain paper, and that's with the linen on it. I think it's a really neat look. I'm going to clean this in a minute, but for right now I'm going to leave it there. I think I'm going to spell her name out. These are the stamps I'm going to use for this card. I'm going to use this Wish Big stamp on the front, and I'm going to put her name alongside of that, and then I'm going to use this Happy Birthday on the inside. I'm going to use a darker brown than what I used on the other one for the background stamp. Now this is something that I always do before I stamp the card. I do a test stamp on a piece of paper to make sure that it's going to come out good. So make sure there's not any uneven places. So I'm going to put Wish Big on one side and then Ava, A-V-A on the other side. So let's see. Push down and let it set for just a couple seconds and then pull it off. Wish Big. So let me kind of play around and see how much space I'm going to need. So I need to start right at the same level as the candles on the cake. A. Oh, see, that's why I do a test. I didn't catch the edge of that V. So let me make sure that I get it. Oh, I made a mistake. I let it roll a little bit, but I think I'll leave it. Gosh, I wish I hadn't have done that. I was pushing too hard and I rolled the stamp. There we go. Hate that I made that mistake, but I don't think I'm going to do over just for that. She won't mind. She's a cool kid. She won't mind. Well, this one doesn't look like it's inking up very well, so I'm afraid it's not going to come out right. I think I just need to prime it a little bit. You don't want it to be exactly perfect anyway. That kind of ruins the look of the stamp look. You want it to look kind of old and vintage. So it doesn't need to be perfect. There. I think that's pretty cute. Now, somewhere here I have a hand stamp by Angie to put on the back. But you can always get ones that just say hand stamped or stamped with love. This is just personalized because I used to be a stamp dealer. Flip it over, put that here. This is another thing that I really like to do, is to also stamp the envelope to go with it. I think I'm going to use this one on the card. And I'm going to use the lighter color on the white. Test that out. Make sure I have my envelope in the right direction. I have done this before, upside down, so I'm going to check that out first. Here we go. You can see it's just a very light happy birthday on the envelope. And then we have happy birthday Ava with hand stamped on the back. I'm not perfect, but I'm gonna let it go. She's not gonna mind. So there's one done. This is my stamp cleaning pad. Pretty handy. Put your cleaner on one end. So you clean on one end, dry off on the other end. When I used to do my stamp camps, I would label these, which one was which, so you don't put it in the wrong one. I just think about it like I would think about a stack washer and dryer. Washers on the bottom, dryers on the top. It's the way I remember it. Clean the stamp just the same way. Just a little bit more to clean. But it is important that you clean your stamps. Okay, now I'm going to go with navy and a slightly different neutral color. Take my 8.5 by 11, cut it in half. I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. Go ahead and do both of these. 4 1/4. Since I have this linen stamp out. I'm just going to continue to use it. I could use something different, but I really like that, and trying to keep it simple. So make sure I lay it on top of there right. Just rub it all over. And like I said, you don't want it to look perfect. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, just kind of interesting. Actually, I'm going to, without inking this again, since there's a little ink left on there, I'm going to do the other card, and let's see how different it looks, because it'll be less dark since I've already stamped on here once. Now let's just see how it looks. Well, this one won't be as dark. It may look kind of neat that way, actually. Let's see. Yes, I like that better. I like that better. On this one, since it's dark, it's so dark, I feel like it's too dark. So I'm going to do another piece on top of it. This same stamp that we used a while ago is what I think I'm going to use on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut me a small piece of this to get started. Just a little bit bigger than the stamp is. Down here. Cute. And then I'm going to trim this. I think that looks pretty neat. And let me show you a trick. When I was decluttering, I think I threw away all my little sponge pieces. So I've got this big sponge, but I'll just use it. I'll probably cut it later, but I'm just sponging on this ink pad, and then I'm just gonna, oh, I messed that up. Oh, too much. Well, let's see. See if I can save it. Hadn't done this in a while, so I don't know. That might be all right. Let's see. Yeah, I think I got a little bit more there than I meant to. Put a little more on there. Kind of looks like blue jeans, doesn't it? I think that looks kind of cool. My handy dandy adhesive tape. Don't have to get it in every single place. Move this out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Don't have to use a roller, but it helps. You can use your hand. I think I will use this one. It says, "May the simple joys of life fill this special day and be yours throughout the coming year." Just stamp off and test to make sure it's working well. And then stamp by me on the back. I think that kind of turned out neat. Looks very blue jeanish. Okay, so here we go. We have the card, the envelope. See, I thought that was a real mistake when I was doing it, and then I actually like the way it turned out. It looks very much like jeans. I'm gonna have to remember that. Anytime I want to do something that looks denim-y. But let's do this. Let's try doing the sponge. Let's try doing the sponge across the back of the envelope. Turned out neat, didn't it? Just a little sponge. Any old sponge will do. Okay. That one's done. Now this one is going to be for my cousin's daughter's son, Cooper, who's turning 1 year old. So I'm going to try to do his name. I'm purposely going to kind of slant the letters a little bit. Just kind of wanted to make it fun. And then I'm going to put this cute little baby in a gift. Cut another piece just a little bit bigger than this one that I just did. Let me do this first so I can see the contrast between the two. So let's try making this real dark. Now, if I put this on, I can see the difference. Cute. You can see, just use the sponge on this one. Make the edges real dark. I have to clean my hands good after I get done with this. All right, let's put some adhesive on. Oh, that's cute. This turned out cute. Babies are the best gift of all. This is one of those cases where you can tell if you stamp once and then the next time you use it, it'll probably be better. It's not too heavy on the ink. Yeah. Let's put the present on the front. We'll stamp off so it won't be quite so dark. And then there. Oh, how cute is that? And I have this little guy. Oh, I like it. We have the envelope with the little too cute baby on the back. And then here's the card. I think it turned out nice. I think I'm going to do on the back of this like we did the other one, because I like that look of kind of denim-y look on the back. Yeah. See? Cute. And you know, I know in this day and age of everything being electronic, and I do send electronic greeting cards too, but I think it really does put a smile on someone's face to get a card in the mail. Of course, Cooper's not gonna probably be the one making the face since he's only 1 year old, but I know his mom is gonna appreciate that. And I love making it for him and for them because I love and miss them so much. I'm going to do one more and see if I can get one more linen look out of this stamp that I used earlier. And if it's very light, that's okay, because that's all it needs to be. Since it's a darker color. Don't want it to be too dark, so I want this to look light. And it did. Very nice. Light. Birthday cake made of flowers. And the candles go on top of the flower cake. Oh, cute. Cute. The lady that I'm going to send this to is a big flower person, so I think this fits her very well. Cute. And on the inside it says, "May your day bloom with happiness." Like it. May your day bloom with happiness. Well, I think I just want to keep it simple like that. I don't think I want to put another happy birthday on there. Cake with candles and one simple message on the inside. I think that looks nice. It's one of my favorites. See how that's going to look? It's going to be light in the middle, dark on the edges. See, this is one that it looks better the second time you stamp it. So I'm going to stamp it once to get the majority of the ink off, and then I'm going to stamp it again. It's not solid, but that's okay. It's supposed to look kind of that way. So we got this card. I think that's going to be nice. Gonna wash everything up and put away, and then I will have all of my cards ready. So these cards are gonna go in my weekend basket, and I'm linking above so you can see that video if you haven't seen it before. I keep my birthday cards and other cards there ready to send at the appropriate time, and I check that weekend basket every weekend so that I make sure I have everything for the week in the mail, bills paid, and other things like that. So I hope you'll check out my weekend basket video too. It's the beginning of the month, so I wanted to get all my cards made for the month, and I've got them all done. I got birthday, another birthday, another birthday, another birthday. After I got finished with this card, I decided to add a little color to it, so I took a blender pen and some pastels and added a little bit of orange and blue to this card for Ava. So I am set for the month. These are going to go into my weekend basket now. I really thank you for taking some time to sit with me today while we do something simple together. Hopefully you'll try making some cards yourselves, and please let me know if you do. I'd love for you to comment and let me know if you've made cards before, if that's something you like to do or something you might try to do. If you'd like to watch my video about decluttering craft supplies, you can find it right here. And also I did a no buy year video, which is where I said that I was not going to buy greeting cards this year, that I was going to make my cards. So if you'd like to learn about my no buy year, I'm going to link to that above as well. Of course, I would love it if you would subscribe. That helps me to grow my channel, and a thumbs up, that also helps me to grow my channel. So I would appreciate that very much. I'm going to show you my slice of simple in just a second, so stay tuned. But right now, I just want to remind you to keep it simple. We know those simple pleasures are the best. Stay on this road to simple with me, and we will simplify together. So I will see you in my next video. Take care, and bye-bye for now.
Oh, boy.
She wants to take a nap.
No, keep it.
Time to go to sleep. Looks like it.
She's so cute.
There,
Hi, Popeye.